Okay, if you're Walker Kessler here and you're guarding the ball, your only focus can be the ball, especially when you're guarding Domantas Sabonis. Look at Walker Kessler here. Look at his eyes. Look at that. See, he's not seeing the ball? What? What? Walker Kessler, you got to get up in a defensive stance when you're in drop coverage, okay? Because you've got to be able to see. Look at Walker. So he's not doing that right now, okay? He's not in a defensive stance. So he should be in a defensive stance with his feet set right now, so that when this pass gets made here, he can shift over to Sabonis. See, look at Walker Kessler. Look where he's flying the other way. See, now Sabonis is way too open. Clearly, Ochai Agbaji is spending way too much time staring at the ball and not his man Kevin Huerter here. I mean, look at Ochai Agbaji's eyes right there. Look at that. Boom. You get beat back door. Communicate in transition. So if this Jazz player is taking Sabonis, say it. So Walker Kessler knows, I need to go guard someone else. See, look what happens here. You don't communicate this. So Walker Kessler and this player are guarding Sabonis. What is this Jazz player doing? Why are you walking into a screen? Just guard. Look at this Jazz player. What is he doing? Well, if this is a switch, clearly this Jazz player doesn't know about that. Like, what? What? So laziness on defense is not going to get it done. You've got to sprint back and underneath this Kings player, get your feet set in a defensive stance. See, look at this lazy. Look at how lazy this player is. His feet should be set right now. They're not. Look what happens. So his feet, look at this. He's going one way. He's leaning this way, as you just saw, as this player is coming this way. So that's how this little look at, see this space that just got created? Well, that's going to end up being a really big problem the entire time. Okay, so what is this Jazz player doing? Like, this player's got Sabonis, clearly. Why are you just standing in no man's land? This player's guarding the ball. You need to go take this Kings player here. What? What? I mean, where is this Jazz player going? Why, like, your man is staying here and he comes here. Why can't you just do the same? Like, where is he going? Like, so now you can't guard Malik Monk. It's like, what is going on? Okay, so this is a disastrous zone. All right, this can't happen. Two people guarding one, or this player pretty much guarding nobody. So if this player needs to come over and take the ball, this player's getting screened, right? So this player's got to get up, this player's got to go here, this player's got to go here. But nobody takes the ball. It's a mess. Again, if you want to play the gaps defensively, you got to get your feet set. You got to get down here and get your feet set, or you're not going to be able to recover anywhere. Like, look at this Jazz player right here. Look at are his feet set? Look at how his feet are coming inward. You have no chance of getting outward now. So Chris Dunn is guarding the ball. Kelly Olynyk is somewhat in no man's land. Stop. So Kelly Olynyk is still taking this is his man. Now, if Chris Dunn says, I want to take the ball, you got to say something, and Kelly Olynyk has to go here. But somewhere we have communication issues. Now Chris Dunn is communicating it. Late. Way too late. I mean, come on. I mean, Chris Dunn is guarding Harrison Barnes here. Whether this is a mismatch or not, this player can't just come double when this player's cutting. Like, look at this. Your man is cutting. Stop. You got to stay with him. Like, obviously. Okay, so Ochai Agbaji is going to get beat off the dribble by Kevin Huerter, but Kelly Olynyk steps up and helps. Okay, so what does that do? That gets Kevin Huerter's dribble picked up. So if you're Ochai Agbaji, get your hand off of Kevin Huerter now. Like, just play him straight up. He doesn't have his dribble anymore. Look at Agbaji. See how his hand is still on Huerter? So you're not going to be able to move with him when he fades away like that. Okay, so this Jazz player is late to get out to his man, and he's beat. Stop. So you're beat, all right? So the worst thing you can do now is just keep guarding the ball. That's the worst thing you do. This player's stepping up and helping. You need to now come over here so that Kelly Olynyk can stay here. Okay, but you have to come here. Like, this player's just staying towards the ball for no reason. Okay, the Jazz are in a zone. Walker Kessler can't be guarding nobody. You've got to get over here. This player's up here. Because if this player's switching here and this player's guarding the ball, you know, in a zone, if you're guarding nobody, you're leaving someone. Okay, again, we have Walker Kessler guarding no one. He needs to get to the corner. This player's getting screened, so this player has to take the ball. This player needs to be up on Harrison Barnes. Like, it's just like... Again, this is transition now. Why is Walker Kessler going towards the ball? Taylor Horton Tucker's taking the ball. You need to come here. This player's going to go here. Again, like, what is Walker Kessler doing, man? Like, you're in no man's lands. No Kelly Olynyk's got to guard 2 people. The Jazz are in a zone that, hey, this has got to stop, man. Like, Chris Dunn is taking Sabonis here on this screen. This player has the ball. You got to stay here. You have to. And this player's got to stay here. Like, why? Your zone is already done. No matter what happened, your zone is already done. Chris Dunn is guarding no one. Get here. So this player's here, and this player can go here. When someone is guarding nobody in a zone, you are always leaving somebody. This is classic right here. First of all, the shot's up. If you're this Jazz player, don't stare at the shot. Okay, sprint back. And there's another Jazz player we're about to see that is just doing what you look at this, Jazz. What are you doing? You should have been sprinting back before we saw you. But so all of this is why this happens. What even is this Jazz player doing? What? Where are you going? Why are... Okay, so this Jazz player here is obviously standing in no man's land. He should be out in the corner. This player should be up. Walker Kessler is currently guarding Trey Lyles. So that doesn't happen. So this player, this player is getting beat right here. He has no chance of obviously guarding Kevin Huerter. So if you're Agbaji, you got to commit yourself all the way to the ball once that happens and guard the ball. Okay, so let's play that out. So he doesn't do that. See, that's the problem. Agbaji should be here. Now this player should be coming here. And either he's able to rotate to Harrison Barnes or Kelly Olynyk rotates to Harrison Barnes and he comes down into this area here. But Agbaji's, I don't know. The Jazz are in a zone, but it doesn't mean you should just easily get beat off the dribble. Like, get in a defensive stance with your feet set. What are you doing waving your arms like this? You're leaning this way for no reason, trying to get a deflection on a pass. So look at this. Now you're beat. That forces a second defender, and Sabonis is wide open. Yeah, so Sabonis is facing you up here right now. So you need to get in a defensive stance with your feet set. You can't just backpedal. Like, look at this. You're not in a defensive stance, and all you're doing right now is backpedaling. See, like, if you were in a defensive stance, as soon as Sabonis comes in here, you can battle for position right here. But all you're doing is backpedaling. So look at this. You're not battling for position until Sabonis is pretty much in the charge circle. Kelly Olynyk turns the ball over. Turnovers happen in basketball all the time. If you're Kelly Olynyk, you need to be sprinting. Sprint. Look at Kelly Olynyk. This is not like that's not getting it done. That's just not how you guard when Harrison Barnes is facing you up. You're not in a defensive stance. Your feet aren't set. Why do you have your hand on Harrison Barnes' back? He's facing you up. You got to defend like he's facing you up. You're defending right now like he's posting you up. So look at this. He's going to make the littlest jab step right there, and that gets you flying backwards and you're toast. The Jazz are again in a zone. This is a disaster. 2 people cannot guard the ball. This player has to go here, so this player can drop here. Walker Kessler certainly needs to be up here taking Sabonis right here. But we have 2 people guarding the ball. The zone is now a disaster. You cannot go under a ball screen if you're trying to go over first. If you're going under, you got to fully commit to going under. Look at this Jazz player. Look at his feet. See how he's trying to go over first? You're not going to get under and near. Look at that. I mean, forget about it. Bad gamble. You should be battling for real estate, for position with Sabonis. You cannot. Look at this gamble. That's terrible. Now look. Now a backside. I mean, God.